course, because we're going to go to St. James's Park, aren't we? Where Liverpool, are they back in the flow? Are they back in the mood, huh? Cody Gack, you know what I'm saying? What, Darwin Noon? Hey, AD, the floor is yours, my friend. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I think I need to see 2 more good games of football just so that we can build up like a run. But I think Newcastle's a really, really tough test. And funny enough, we're the only team that's actually beaten him this season. Would you believe? Yeah, man. I think I'm starting to. You go on.
Sorry to interrupt, Adrian. I just wanted to say, how dare you, Peter, saying that we did a brown paper bag. It just pops back into my head. I said, how dare you?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
How dare you?
We'll get there. Don't worry. We'll get there. Continue, AD. We'll get there.
Yeah, you know what? Because for me, and my main apprehension with sort of signing Cody Gakpo was like, this guy's not an explosive left winger. Because in my mind, Diaz has gone down. We need to replace Diaz essentially. So like, I just don't necessarily think he had the attributes that Diaz possessed, namely sort of pace, directness. But it looks like he's a Roberto Firmino replacement from the looks of it. Sort of dropping deep, linking play together, sort of coming wide, and I feel like his goal, you know, he starts off on the left wing, gets the ball, spins it behind, and couple 1-2s and bang. So yeah, man, it's looking good. I think Darwin, that 2 months ago, I don't think he scores there. So I think it's good. It's good to see. It's good to see that he's starting to get a bit of confidence, and yeah, he's going to be an absolute force. And then the finish, bang. What I need to see from him now, I need to see him score after a dribble, because it's like he loses his head. He's not well. He's not well. He's crazy. He's a lunatic. He's escaped out of an asylum. But yeah, man, I think the young boy Badgertic. By the way, people are sort of getting a hard on. I mean, yeah, it was a good turn, but like I've seen it like 72 times.
Bro, I don't care. I'm turning me on, bro.
From a young midfielder, making his first cutting his teeth in the Premier League, let's say. It was a great turn, set up the goal. By the way, that goal was sensational.
It's the confidence, bro. It's the confidence, because like first of all, away from home, half term away from home at Newcastle of all grounds, right? The last team to win there, I think, was Liverpool at St. James's Park as well, right? Like, to do that, and I think since like the confidence, A1, loved it, loved it.
But bro, he's been naughty because I remember the goal he scored at Villa Park.
Yes,
where he's danced, players on the line, and he's composed.
Very tidy.
He's almost, and I know it's a lazy comparison because their dads play together and whatever, but it's almost like Thiago's put his arms around him and it's really sort of just, he's learned bits of Thiago's game. Just that idea, just to sort of, the drop of the shoulder, bang, you're gone. Receiving the ball on a half turn, and he looks like he's not phased on any ground. So it's going to be interesting to see how he deals with Luka Modric, because like you've done well with the small boys, but what are you saying against the real Don Dada?
If that big fish,
big fish, like big meat.
Bro, you scored 2 great goals against the top Newcastle side. When the game kicked off, you heard the crowd. When Newcastle had the first few chances, the crowd that stadium was about to explode. It was so frigging loud. And it was like, this could be a long night. This could be a long night for Liverpool.
It felt like a long night. When I'm big up Alisson, and this is why you pay the big bucks. Because if you don't make them saves, we're talking about a different game. Because it felt like the ground's on top of you, everything's going their way, they're getting chances. But then after that, we sort of calm down.
Guys, Newcastle have 11 draws. They've been drawing more than winning, and have quite a few losses now.
I'm beaten in 17 before the game,
and as much as I'm giving Newcastle the hype, they've been on the 5:30 kickoff about 3-4 weeks ago, and they've produced nothing.
Dreadful games.
Guess what time they're on this weekend?
They're on Sunday, 4:30.
It's 4:30. Okay. I thought it was 5:30.
Why are they always on TV? I don't understand this. Did the Qataris play?
Carabao Cup final.
In the Saudi.
Bro, they've been on TV every week.
every week. Nobody's watching. They're the most unwatchable team in the Premier League. I think I'll go that far.
So boring.
So when people are saying that Newcastle are doing good,
but you know what?
I sat down and I said,
they're on TV again next week.
They've drawn more than one. 11 draws. 11 draws, 10 wins, and how many?
Good, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
but they're not winning the games. They're not winning the games.
They're
not winning games.
Amanda Staveley sent money to the Premier League, to Sky, and to BT, and said, "We need to up our market value. Put us on TV every week."
And
Oscar, Newcastle's next 5 games are on TV.
Guys, come on.
What? That's like 9 in a row. That's like 10 in a row.
Can we 10 in a row?
Guys, Chelsea Football Club are playing Saturday 3 p.m.
Ben.
Arsenal Football Club are playing away at Leicester for Saturday 3 p.m.
What? Why are Newcastle on TV every week? Conspiracy.
What?
Bro.
Conspiracy.
Huh?
But do you know what else has to be a conspiracy? Nick Pope's antics.
Thank you very much. Let's get into it.
On Saturday night.
What the heck was that?
What the heck was that? From Love Island.
AD. On episode where are we? 9. Football is bent. I bring to you Nick Pope. If anybody thinks for 1 second, hang on. If anybody thinks in their mind for 1 second that he made a mistake, you're on drugs. You're on freaking drugs. There is no way. First of all, the guy was basically on the center circle, nearly, right? He was so far out of his line. God knows what he was doing there. And it's the fact, Oscar, the ball comes to feet, and he's gone with his head.
He dived. He went down.
And then you think, oh, do you know what? Okay, he might have made a mistake. He thought he was playing pat ball. He then cups the ball. Oscar, it's not like, oh, I cupped it near the line on the edge of the D. You know what I'm saying? Or I cupped it on the edge of the box. We're 30 yards from goal. We are so far yards from goal. Let me tell you right now, Eric Ten Hag, I'm calling him out. He passed an envelope to those Saudis and said, listen, I'll make this worth your while. Your number 1 goalkeeper can't play.
Peter, do you know how much money they have?
Guess what, bro?
That's what I'm thinking. What are we doing?
My friend.
If you can beat 25K, we'll cut it for them.
And Dubravka is cup tied.
Yeah,
they're bringing out. They're bringing out.
Goalkeeper is Loris Karius.
Loris Karius for the final.
They brought out Loris Karius from the grave. Are you kidding me? When did he sign for Newcastle?
Hey, have you seen him? He's won now.
Yeah. Do you know when I found out it was Loris Karius? When I found out he's at Newcastle, I said, when did he sign for them? When?
He signed for Newcastle? No, guys, man, them, yeah. Listen, call it what you want, blood. It's bent, fam. Nick Pope done what he done. I'm calling him out, bro. That was a bent move, blood. There's no way that's an accident. Oscar, he's never played a final in his life. He's never ever tasted silverware in his life. He's the future, probably England number 1, depending on how the rest of his season goes, right? And he's got one more game. He's got one more game until the cup final. And he does that. Man. He does that. Oscar, they're 2 down, by the way. The game is done. You know, honestly, guys, no. Don't try that with me. Don't try that with me. Don't try. And what I find funny is, check it, Oscar. Joe Linton, right, has got his 10th yellow card this season. So he's suspended for 2 Premier League games. But for some reason, Nick Pope's red card counts for the Carabao Cup final. Explain that to me.
Guys,
we lost.
Explain that to me.
Remember what I said to you, man, in the Euros or the World Cup or whenever it was? I said suspensions for finals, they don't make sense. They just ruin the game. Like, that shouldn't happen. All cards should be rescinded before the final.
Because even the Casemiro one's farcical. Look, so we've got a yellow card. We've got like a red card in the Premier League, so you can't play a cup final. You've then got a player who's got 2 yellow cards, who's got 10 yellow cards in the Premier League, so he misses the Premier League and can play the cup final. We've then got a goalkeeper who's got a straight red, by the way, but he's only banned for 1 game, the 1 game being the cup final. Do me a favor.
Because the red cards are like, it depends on the red card. If it's domestic violence,
listen,
then
I'll
it's
take
3 games.
I'll take it back. It's nothing to do with Ten Hag. Nothing to do with Ten Hag. But let me just tell you,
he's an idiot. He's not that guy.
There is. Let me tell you right now. Yeah, right there. There's some Malaysian syndicate betting schemes going on. As soon as that happened, let me tell you that right now. As soon as that happened, like that's
unfortunately, Nathan. Unfortunately, Nathan Casemiro served his time, so he's back.
Oh, is he back for the final?
Yeah, he served. He's 3 games. He's been twice and Leicester.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he served his time.
Hopefully, Newcastle, man. I hope it doesn't.
That's why we said it was ridiculous how many games United are playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. How ironic, isn't it? Yeah. No, but like at the end of the day, I don't know. Maybe it's a case of, I mean, you can't put Karius in goal. Get Gallagher in there. Get Matt Gallagher in there, or Gillespie, whatever his name is. Get Gillespie in there. I don't.
Gillespie's still there. He must be like 26 right now, surely.
Yeah, man. Men are saying congratulations, Man United, man. Big up United, man.
You know what? Karius might pull it out. You know what? Unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Before that final, he wasn't a bad goalkeeper. He was Premier League standards. But his life
let's hope you're right, bro. I'm praying to the Most High that Newcastle United dig a win out of this final. I can't have Man United winning it, but it's laid up, isn't it? It's laying up for them.
We got another Thursday night Barcelona game. They got a whole week off, so we don't know yet.
Let's see, bro. I want to see Sergio Busquets in fine form.
Quick question, Adrian. There's news coming out today that FSG didn't receive any bids for the club, so they're no longer selling. So, what's your thoughts on that?
I don't know what to make of all of that stuff, mate. Man, I just want players. I just want money. I don't care how it comes. Obviously, it's disappointing because it seems like they're the ones holding us back. But to be fair, like I feel like all of this, somebody's made a bid. They haven't made a bid. A few months ago, Liverpool, were all set to sell it, and we're literally just sort of waiting for a date. So I think for me, until it's in writing, until it's official, the club has been sold, I don't really sort of pay attention into rumours because I feel like they're just rumours at this point, and I'm getting my hopes up for nothing. So hopefully they sell, but it don't look like they're selling anytime soon. Because I think he said, what did he say? He said there's two guarantees. He said something like, I'm not leaving England soon, and I won't run away or something like that. I'm just like, yeah, brilliant stuff.
Yeah, because he said, because the news that was coming out is that he wanted 4.5 bill. And no one came through because they said it's not worth that. No one said no, it's too much.
He's a cantankerous old man, but
cantankerous.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I just hope, regardless, things can get better, and if we do somehow make a late push to the top 4, then. But by the way, I don't know how we're still.
You can.
Have you seen the league?
No, you can, and that's why I said at the start, like, guys, we need to look at Newcastle because they've drawn 11 times. 11. They're now dropped out the top 4 now.
Can I tell you what's crazy? Can I tell you what is crazy? The bottom 2 clubs in the league are not even on 20 points. We played 23 games this season. They're not even on 20 points. That is astonishing. That's astonishing for me. It's a dead league.
But I will say this: I annoyingly, I think Liverpool will make it. Annoyingly, I don't trust Tottenham.
I'll tell you.
I don't trust Tottenham.
Like context,
and I think and Newcastle, the draws have concerned me. I don't think they're not up for this race.
And that's fair enough for them. I think a Europa League position would be better off for them, to be honest. To jump into the Champions League right now, God, like you're caught between a rock and a hard place. Do you recruit heavy for the Champions League whilst you can get the players? Say again.
Adrian,
I was going to say, now typically I agree with you, but I just think with their financial power, typically I agree with you, but I think with their financial power, they can actually go out and sign some formidable players to really aid them in their push. So I don't know.
It's the gelling. When you bring in too many at one go, it's the gelling that takes long, And
I'll tell you what, I think they've done all right though.
Because of where they are. So like if they make the Europa League, I think they could have they can still climb up the hill a couple of steps. Whereas the Champions League is taking leaps straight away. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do? Because Newcastle,
it's almost like Nottingham Forest.
It is a bit like that. It's exactly a bit like that.
Yeah.
But Forest
even like City, even Europa League first.
Yeah.
And I look at the other teams around them. Brighton have stalled a little bit. Fulham doing well, but they've played the most games, so that they can't really catch up. Yeah,
the competition for 5th place is between Newcastle, Spurs, and it might be the Liverpool gets unlucky in that mix. You know, it's nothing to do with Brighton and Fulham. It's got nothing to do with those guys. It's basically the fight for the top 4, and whoever misses out on 4th is the one that goes 5th, basically, right? So